Hey guys, Doug here in a Pipe Rest, and today we are going to be doing another review of the second blend that I received from one said Paladin Piper, aka Pat. I am smoking in my Peterson 80S Bent Bulldog that I got from Sam over at Doing It Wrong. And you don't see me smoke this one very often, but I do, especially when I'm outside. I like the rustication when I'm out hiking or just taking a stroll, because it's easier, like I said in one of my other videos, in Michigan when it gets really dry during the winter. It's nice to have a pipe that's easy to grip. And the button on this is very, very thin, which I love. So it's easy clencher. So as far as the blend, this is a second blend, which is according to Mr. Paladin, this is the Mrs. Paladin said hell no blend. Maybe we'll call it MP Shno for short. We're going to stick this over here. I'll give you a short view of the blend. I'm going to try to bring it up to the screen here. Can we see? We can see. Look at that. So I would call this a Black Cavendish. Not quite a ribbon cut. Longer than rough cut, not quite ribbon cut. Of course, there's a mixture of stuff in there. So now I'm assuming, since it's the Hell No blend, that it's got some Latakia in it, which I can obviously smell. I do smell vanilla too, though. Pat said something about this as a crossover blend, so. Smells like it's got a good amount of Black Cavendish, and it looks like it too. So we will see what it tastes like. Yahoo! So here we go. I already packed my pipe. I don't taste Latakia. I'll have to get go. Maybe a touch. Yeah, it's there. It's there. So Pat said I did a really good job of identifying the flavors in the other blend, the old new blend, honey chai turmeric tea. But I don't think I'm going to be able to do as good of a job this time. I am definitely getting vanilla. There's no doubt about that. Like a Lane BCA, which I know Pat likes to use to dress up some blends. Little moist. I probably could let it sit out a little bit. But what I like about this one, man, the Latakia is so light, it's like I'm questioning whether it's there or not. And that's what I like about it. I'm not big on heavy Latakia blends. And yeah, I don't mind the bag note or the tin note on them, but not a big fan of a whole lot of Latakia. And this one, you know, it said sometimes like, oh, that flavor takes a back seat. This one's like taking a back seat in a station wagon. It's like way back there. But enough It's there enough to, how do I want to describe this? Okay, let's put it this way. I like this, right? This is a lot less, I thought it was going to be a lot smokier than this, which is not necessarily a good thing for me, but it's kind of interesting because to me, like a Lane BCA is so sweet. It's like frosting cake sweet, right? It almost leaves a film in your mouth. And this has a nice balance because it seems like to me that the BCA or whatever he used here is sweetening the Latakia, and yet the Latakia is toning down the BCA. Not just toning it down, but sometimes you can taste two things and it's like, oh, okay, there's a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And sometimes they complement each other. And this blend for me, they really complement each other because it seems like the BCA, or the BCA is, there's no filminess, there's no sugar sweet. So it's a nice vanilla sweet, I think is what I'm looking for. And then the Latakia is there enough to say, hey, I'm here, but you're not inhaling a campfire. Does that make sense? Because of that BCA or whatever it is. But I like that one. I like that one a lot. And the room note that it leaves off, the bag note that leaves in the room, so I left it in this big old Ziploc bag because, once again, like the other one, it's a huge bag that Pat sent me. Sometimes it's hard for me, you guys, to put those in jars, because when I walk into the pipe rest here, the room smells wonderful. When that's because obviously, you know, it's plastic, so some of that escapes, and it just smells so good in the room. I can see why Pat called it a crossover blend now, because this is going to sound weird. To me, this tastes like you made a cake out of Latakia and iced it with BCA, a thin layer of BCA, and then threw there's something else in there, I just can't pick it out. Maybe Virginia, but that's a stretch. All right, that's what I got for you guys. I hope that Pat can jump on here pretty quick and let us know what it is. It's a good blend. It's a good blend. I'll definitely keep in this blend. I like it. So one of the things I do before I go, is I like to, it's hard for me to tell what the room note is while I'm smoking a blend. So when I'm done, I leave the fan on. Excuse me, I leave the fan on in my room for anywhere from 20 minutes, half hour, hour if I forget it. And I'll come down and turn the fan off later, just to keep the smell from getting the rest of the house. And when I come back in later, that's when I get the room note, because I've been out of the room, away from it, so I'll be anxious to see what the room note is on this because of the label of it, to see if it's as bad as she says it is. But I will tell you that this is a much milder blend than I thought it was going to be by the smell of the bag note. So, all right, guys, I hope you're all doing well. Until next time, you take care.